good evening, everyone. Well, today the closing arguments were made for the 3 correction officers on trial. Of course, we already have we've had 4 correction officers already plead guilty to manslaughter. I think we got another one named Michael Fisher, who will go on trial in January. I think he's the last one to go on trial. And you got one that already pleaded guilty to evidence tampering, so he's taken care of. And you got the 3 today, and then there's Sergeant Tremblay. Well, I said in my last video I thought Sergeant Tremblay made some type of deal. Well, he did. It was a plea deal. He got 4 years, no more than 4 years in state prison of second-degree gang assault. But as for the 3 today, Matthew, I think it's Matthew Gallagher, Michael Kingsley, I think his name is, and well, their closing arguments were done today. I'm sorry, Nicholas Kiefer, Matthew Gallagher, and David Kingsley. And I will have a link in the description box of the closing arguments. One lawyer said one guy was just following orders, and again, yeah, good luck with that. I mean, this isn't Nazi Germany where if you follow terrible orders, you get killed. He had the power, or they all had the power to tell each other, okay, enough guys, so that's not going to fly. Another guy made an appeal, well, his job is so tough, and the working conditions there are so bad, and listen, there's a ton of truth to that. But you still can't take a man who's handcuffed and beat the crap out of him. Especially when you consider there were injuries to his head, his neck, his liver, his spleen, and his testicles. Another lawyer tried to use his Robert Brooks' history, which is not a good history. I mean, this guy got his butt beat many times by all kinds of inmates and officers, so this guy definitely had a history. But when you look at the video of what happened, the man's handcuffed, you're not getting off. So tomorrow, I guess, deliberations will begin. I expect all these men to be found guilty of manslaughter. It won't be murder second. I mean, if they go by the letter of the law, it won't be murder second. It'll definitely be manslaughter. Sergeant Tremblay already got 4 years for gang assault, so at least after this week, this case will be 90% done. We still got the one more, Michael Fisher, in January, and that will be it. And it'll be a black eye on law enforcement in New York State and a black eye on corrections in New York State. Anyway, your comments down below. What's your opinion? I'd love to hear it. Keep the country in prayer. Keep New York State in prayer. And keep the Department of Corrections in prayer, because those guys are going through a lot. The whole legislation needs to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'm telling you right now, it's possible you may see a future where this happens again, because working conditions in this system in New York State is so hard and pathetic. They just may lose it and go cuckoo. We usually use the term go postal. Well, they may go correctional. Hopefully not. But with inmates being allowed to be boldened by and backed by a law, and there's no incentive to behave because there's no punishment, God help the officers and the inmates, because there's a lot of inmates in there who grew up in old school corrections that hate the whole legislation because it's made dangerous for them also. Alright, everyone, you all have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow, probably, and my guess, when the jury has made a decision. I cannot see this going past 1 day deliberation. Unless I'm seeing something wrong here. Enjoy your night, everyone.